here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sun Devils will kick it away first. And here's the return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. And moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs managed. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to 5th.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Dropping back, it's Dobbs. Got it in the middle, it's Whitaker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Bean. Oh, it's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Mississippi State. Ready?
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Wants to go up top. Bag's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They've controlled the ball on this opening drive. Play number 10 brings us to 3rd and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arizona State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Goes to the option. They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the 1st option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's another first down.
The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw.
They run the reverse. Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down.
The return is tackled down.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Here comes the option. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 off.
Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Now, how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Whitaker. And the defense is not fooled. That trick play blown up. Couldn't get the pass off, and they are fortunate the football didn't come loose. this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Dobbs. A lot of defenders around on that screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Slithers into space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make it.
There he goes. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. On the option. Creates a little space. It's a fumble. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Dobbs. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Coleman.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Running into the open space. Got enough for the first down. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Find some fresh air. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Vanderbilt. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ramsey. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Ramsey. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit.
Number 14, on to kick it away.
And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. To the air. It's Dobbs. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds him out of the backfield.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Punt is in the air. Now on the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Grabbed behind the line. It's Aurora. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting in the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him. Let him break tackles. Let him make plays. Easy decision.
A touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Here's a heat. Right on the money. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quick handoff. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Temple. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Sun Devils! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll run the option. Got room to work. Got the 1st down and more. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Dobbs. He's got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback gets past the marker. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking to throw, it's Dobbs. Flips it out to the back. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the
touchdown Bulldogs. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
Number 15, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Powers through the defender.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some...
He'll take a shot. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And 4th down and short nowadays, man, it means green light. Keep your foot on the gas, stay aggressive. They opt to go for it, forget the field goal. Nice job by the quarterback, getting rid of the football, making sure you have enough to get the 1st down, now set up in a great situation with the 1st and goal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their side. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
To the ground to try to move the chains. At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Grab behind the line. It's Richard. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give and tick, 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 tick. There he goes. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Dobbs. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. They'll run the screen. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute